Welcome, football enthusiasts! With international matches continuing to keep us on the edge of our seats, new epic sagas begin to emerge in the transfer market, featuring Erling Haaland, Vinicius Jr., Bernardo Silva, and many other top-notch performers. Click on the like button, subscribe, while we proceed to tell you about everything in detail. Let's get the show on the pitch. Marco Verratti has officially joined Qatar Stars League outfit Al Arabi. PSG will receive 45 million euros for their stellar midfielder. Manchester United will have a new front-of-shirt sponsors from next season. It'll be the Qualcomm Technologies Incorporated with its Snapdragon brand, the Red Devils press service reports. Juventus are in a strong position to terminate Paul Pogba's contract if his positive testosterone test is because of a food supplement that he digested without the club's knowledge, La Gazzetta dello Sport understands. Egyptian champions Al Ahly have secured the services of former Borussia Dortmund striker Anthony Modeste on a free transfer. Juventus and Italy legend Alessandro Del Piero is among the former footballers who are currently undertaking the UEFA Pro coaching course, which provides the highest coaching certification available in Europe, Football Italia notifies. Atletico Madrid have set out their priorities to extend the contracts of midfielder Koke and head coach Diego Simeone. Bundesliga champions Bayern Munich have announced the unveiling of a bronze statue in honor of their late striker legend and former coach Gerd Müller on the club's official website. Harry Maguire scored an own goal 13 minutes after coming on as a substitute for England against Scotland. Leonardo Bonucci has decided to sue Juventus. The defender is taking legal actions because he believes he was the victim of insufficient training and preparation conditions which caused professional and image damage. Gianluca Di Marzio shares. The national team of Saudi Arabia has lost to Costa Rica and South Korea in their first two games under Roberto Mancini. Gennaro Gattuso has agreed to take charge of Lyon and is awaiting the green light from the club owner John Textor, according to RMC Sport. Spain midfielder Gavi has scored the 1500th goal in the history of Furia Roja. After 23 appearances for his national team, the teen has already netted 4 goals. Bayern Munich has agreed to release Julian Nagelsmann, thus he can join the German team for free, Bild claims. We would like to remind you that despite getting sacked back in the spring, the manager still had a valid contract with Die Roten. Everton owner Farhad Moshiri is on the verge of selling the club to Miami-based investment firm 777 Partners. We are in talks with Napoli about a contract extension, but we're also in constant contact with other clubs. Let's see what the future holds, told the agent of Napoli midfielder LG Felmas, Nikola Gioszewski, in an interview with Calciomercato. Norway striker Erling Haaland needed only 26 appearances to score 25 goals for his country. Jude Bellingham has already delivered 8 goal contributions in the first 6 games of the season for Real Madrid and England, ESPN informs. Bayern Munich head coach Thomas Tuchel no longer has a place in the club's transfer committee, which means that he cannot make final decisions on Bavarian signings. I always want to play with the Barca shirt and show the fans and the other people who believed in me how difficult it was to get to Barcelona. I want to achieve great things with this club because it's where I've always dreamed of being. All my friends know it. All my idols played for Barca. Diario Sport quoted Joao Cancelo as saying. Chelsea defenders Trevoh Chalobah and Marc Cucurella are out of Mauricio Pochettino's plans. The duo is set to be frozen out of the team after failed transfers in the summer transfer window. Romelu Lukaku has scored his 77th goal for Belgium and equaled the king of football Pelé in terms of international goals, Corriere dello Sport notes. Bayern Munich winger Kingsley Coman had tried to dissuade Benjamin Pavard from making the move to Inter Milan, but failed to convince the defender. France ace Antoine Griezmann has made his 80th appearance in a row as part of Le Bleu, setting a record of the French national team, Opta states. England has now won 600 games in all competitions. The Three Lions team have reached this mark earlier than any European team. Louis van Gaal is a new Germany coach. He stands for discipline, order and structure in the way his teams play. At Bayern, he was the right man who shaped the club at the right time with his philosophy. He has a strong personality with a lot of experience, notes former Bayern Munich and Germany defender Philipp Lahm. Now you can see the results of yesterday's Matchday 6 of Euro 2024 qualifiers and Matchday 2 of the 2026 World Cup South America qualifiers. Alright, let's move on to the hottest news of the release. Manchester City midfielder Bernardo Silva and RB Leipzig playmaker Dani Olmo have special clauses in their new contracts, which could be activated by Barcelona, according to Mundo Deportivo. The Portuguese extended his contract with the citizens until 2026 and at the same time managed to agree on a £50 million release clause, which he did not have before. As for the Spaniard, he extended his contract with the Red Bulls until 2027, and now the agreement includes a release clause worth €60 million. In the summer, Silva and Olmo hoped to end up at Barcelona camp, but the Catalans' financial difficulties prevented them from pulling off big signings. Nevertheless, both Bernardo and Dani are looking forward to join Barca in the hope that the club will activate the special clauses next year. Chelsea have opened talks over the possible acquisition of Brentford forward Ivan Toney. It's been a while since the Blues started following the Englishman's progress, thus they are finally moving from words to action, preparing for the winter transfer window in advance. The team from London will not be able to recruit Toney at the beginning of January as he is serving a suspension due to alleged breaches of the FA's betting rules, the term of which will expire on January 17th. Still, after that date, Chelsea will open talks directly with Brentford. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino sees 27-year-old Toney as a perfect candidate to bolster the team's attacking line, especially considering Ivan already being well adapted to the Premier League and his success in the goal-scoring race last season, where he landed behind only Manchester City's Erling Haaland and former Tottenham striker Harry Kane, did not go unnoticed. However, Toney's move will not be an easy task for Chelsea, because Brentford will demand at least £70 million for the player's services. Real Madrid could offer €40 million for Chelsea right-back Reece James next summer. The Blues Academy graduate has just extended his contract last season and became the team's new captain following the departure of Cesar Azpilicueta, which gives the pensioners an advantage in negotiations. At the same time, if Chelsea ends up spending the next season without European Cups once again, it'll be extremely difficult for them to keep their star in the roster. Therefore, the Real Madrid board, which is in search of a replacement for Dani Carvajal, feels that it will be possible to open negotiations for James starting from €40 million, with the Merengues' bid expected to be submitted within 2024. Real Madrid winger Vinicius Jr. has been shortlisted by Liverpool, who will be looking for Mohamed Salah's successor, The Athletic writes. Saudi Arabia's Al Ittihad put pressure on the Reds in order to force them to sell Salah, but a mega offer of £200 million was eventually rejected. However, Liverpool's rejections are not stopping the Tigers. Therefore, they plan to return with a new offer in January or next summer. Until then, the Premier League Goliaths will try to prepare for Salah's sale. With that said, Vinicius could become an ambitious target for the club. Liverpool are also eyeing PSG star Kylian Mbappe, Arsenal striker Bukayo Saka, and West Ham's Jared Bowen. Barcelona are maneuvering themselves to join the race for Manchester City's goalscorer Erling Haaland, 90 Min reports. Real Madrid were named favorites for Haaland's next stop for a long time, but now Barca are also looking for ways to bring in the Norwegian cyborg. The Blaugrana are currently relying on Robert Lewandowski, but in the long term, they see Haaland as a replacement for the Polish veteran, who recently turned 35. The source also highlights that Erling's agreement will include a release clause of €175 million from 2025, which Barcelona will actually try to use. Folks, as usual, we would like to recommend that you check out new videos from our other projects. The best content for the best viewers. Thank you for watching, and we wish you all the best. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.